fans, I am backstage with the big winner tonight.
He is undefeated in the Squared Circle.
No one beats us to the punch.
Kaleb Harris in a fight that took 3 years to make. Kaleb, how are you feeling right now?
I feel great. I came out here to redeem myself off a split decision loss. Came out here to prove that the reason I lost the first time was it was my first time ever doing a bare knuckle fight. Harris came to fight, and we put on a show for as long as I was able to let it.
How did you prepare specifically for Harris this time around?
I really didn't prepare for him. Until about 3 days before it, we started really focusing on what worked beforehand. I mostly just focused on getting better with my boxing over the last 8-9 months since the Elvin fight.
How are you a different fighter than the last time we saw you fight Harris?
Basically, my fighter's IQ at that point in time was about the level of a kindergartner, and now I'm about a high school graduate. I still got a lot of work to do to get my master's, but I'm on the right track.
What do you feel worked in your favor tonight?
Being patient, not getting in a rush, trying to land shots. I did get a little sloppy in the beginning. That's what got me caught with the jab to the eye. But after that, I just kind of slowed my pace down and waited for the right shots, and that's when the right hand connected.
Speaking of that, what did your coach say to you in between that round?
Feint a lot of effing more and set my shots up.
And you sure did. So you did change up weight classes because you normally fight at welterweight. Let's talk about that. Will you be staying at this weight class because you went up for a weight with Harris?
No, we only went up by 5 pounds. I believe he's fighting at for an MMA title at 170, and he didn't want to have to cut lower and then have to gain weight back. So I agreed. Our first fight was also at 170, so I kind of feel like I needed to redeem it at that weight class. No, I'm a 165 welterweight, and Palomino's got my belt, so eventually I'm working my way back up the ladder to eventually take it from him. I still want to get a rematch with the 2 guys that I've had losses to before, Jim Allers and Elvin Brito. But as for right now, I got a wife and a new wife and a honeymoon that I got to prepare for in December. So in 2023, you're going to see a lot more of the Lionheart. I plan to fight 3 to 4 times next year.
Speaking of that, I was going to ask you about that. How supportive is it to have a spouse that allows you to fight? Because you just recently got married.
We may have just recently tied the knot, but we've been married since the day we met. It was love at first sight, and she is my Disney hero. And when I say that nobody could match me better than she does, that's the God's honest truth. She is my rock, and I literally told myself I chose not to see her once I got to the venue before the fight, because I told myself if I wasn't able to beat this man, I wasn't coming home to my wife. I burned the ships, and I set my mind to it that I was going to live and win or die and fail.
Kaleb, you're one of the very few fighters in combat sports that doesn't talk trash. I know you fight for a bigger cause. So I found this quote on Instagram that I'd like you to read, sir.
Sure, that's fine. When people ask me why I don't talk trash, it's because, you know what, that's not what I want to be remembered for. When people ask about the greats like John Jones or Conor McGregor or anybody like that, or Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier, they remember the great fights, but they remember more about how much trash talk that they brought to the game, and I don't want that to be my legacy. I'm fighting for something more. I suffer from anxiety and depression. I know a lot of my friends and family and a lot of strangers that I've met over the Instagram, they deal with these same problems. I fight to fight those demons. That is my legacy, to be remembered one day when these young kids that watch me are going through stuff, they remember that it's okay to be a man and to be able to cry and go talk about your feelings to somebody. It's okay to seek therapy. It's okay to seek help. Because at the end of the day, the only time when you're weak is when you allow the demons to win. I stand here and I fight every single day, and that's why I smile in the ring and I laugh when I'm training, because I know that every day that I get up and I go train is another day that I'm beating those demons into the ground.
All right, well, you heard it here, fight fans. Kaleb Harris, the spirit of a warrior, the heart of a survivor, and the fighter IQ of a champion. For Bare Knuckle News, I'm Susan Sigari, and this is
Kaleb Lionheart Harris.
And no one beats us to the the punch.